Here's my drawing of the digestive system and its parts. We got the salivary glands right here at the mouth, pharynx, esophagus, stomach, small intestine, large intestine, rectum, anus, well, small intestine, large intestine, rectum, anus, pancreas, gallbladder, liver, and that's it. There's my drawing. So the salivary glands secrete saliva, which contains enzymes that initiate breakdown of carbohydrates, and the mouth is mechanical breakdown of food, begins chemical digestion of carbohydrates, and um, pharynx connects mouth with esophagus, and the esophagus peristalsis pushes food to stomach, and stomach secretes acid and enzymes, mixes food with secretions to begin enzymatic digestion of proteins, and small intestine mixes food with bile and pancreatic juice, final enzymatic breakdown of food molecules, main site of nutrient absorption, and large intestine absorbs water and electrolytes to form feces, and rectum regulates elimination of feces, and the liver produces bile which emulsifies fat. Gallbladder stores and concentrates bile and releases it into small intestine, and pancreas produces and secretes pancreatic juice containing digestive enzymes and bicarbonate ions into small intestine. The lower esophageal sphincter or cardiac sphincter, it's located at the upper portion of the stomach, and this sphincter prevents the acidic contents of the stomach from moving upward into the esophagus. The anus is at the end of the GI tract, when the rectum is full, your body feels the urge to have a bowel movement. The internal anal sphincter relaxes and pushes the stool from the rectum into the anal canal. The function of the plicae circularis, the villi in the microvilli, is to increase the amount of surface area available for the absorption of nutrients. Each villus transports nutrients to a network of capillaries and fine lymphatic vessels called lacteals close to its surface. Important villi membranes include the placenta and the mucous membrane coating of the small intestine. The villi of the small intestine project into the intestinal cavity, greatly increasing the surface area for food absorption and adding digestive secretions. They are most prevalent at the beginning of the small intestine and diminish in number toward the end of the tract. The large number of villi give the internal intestinal wall a velvety appearance. Each villi has a central core composed of one artery and one vein. a strand of muscle, a centrally located lymphatic capillary, and connective tissue that adds support to the structures. The blood vessels are thought to transport proteins and carbohydrates absorbed by the cells of the villi, while the lymphatic capillary removes droplets of emulsified fat. The muscle strand allows the villi to contract and expand. It is believed that these contractions empty the contents of the lacteal into larger lymphatic vessels. Covering the core of the villi is the surface mucous membrane layer. This is mainly composed of two cell types: tall, narrow, columnar cells that absorb the substances passed into the blood and lymphatic vessels, and goblet cells rounded at the end that secrete mucus into the intestinal cavity. On the surface of each columnar cell, there are about 600 very fine projections called microvilli that further increase the absorptive area of each villi. The human stomach is subdivided into four regions: the fundus, an expanded area curving up above the cardiac opening, and the body or intermediate region, the central and largest portion, and the antrum, the lowermost, somewhat funnel-shaped portion of the stomach, and the pylorus, narrowing where the stomach joins the small intestine. Each of the openings, the cardiac and pyloric, has a sphincter muscle that keeps the neighboring region closed except when food is passing through. In this manner, food is enclosed by the stomach until ready for digestion.